Hi, my name is Violet Silva, and for my Shad Speak, I'm going to be talking about the importance that arts has in STEAM. As some of you may or may not know, until October of 2013, STEAM was just STEM, as people feared that by adding art to STEM, you'd be taking the focus away from science and math. It is not, however, about taking the focus away from science, technology, engineering, and math. It's about adding art to bring out the creativity and adding artistic design to the world. Art is as vital a part of society as science and math are. An example everyone sees every single day is with architecture. It's a form of art tied to civil engineering, and everything from the crown molding in your home to the breathtaking buildings such as the Notre Dame Cathedral or the Sydney Opera House are examples of architecture. Art is vital to society. It changes opinions, instills values, and translates experiences without the barrier of language. Art, whether it be a painting, a sculpture, music, or literature and other art forms, are together the collective memory of society. A more modern example is with the exquisite pieces done by those like Da Vinci, Picasso, and Rembrandt. Da Vinci himself had connections to both art and science. While his painting of the Mona Lisa is debatably the most famous portrait ever painted, he has an array of scientific drawings and bridge designs. In 2001, Da Vinci's talent as a bridge engineer was seen by Vibjorn Sand as he built one of the bridges in Norway. Another example is with science and art colliding is when Rembrandt painted the anatomy lesson depicting a scientist dissecting a corpse. While this is a more morbid example, analyzing corpses throughout history is what has led to the in-depth understanding of the human biology. Both art and science are humans' ways of understanding the world around them. Every human fundamentally wishes to understand what happens around them and to communicate their findings with others. Humans are very social, so when it comes to some who choose to write down reports or perform experiments, others choose to paint what they see or create sounds to share with others. When it comes down to it, science and math are not just similar to art, they are equal. I myself am a visual artist. This piece is done on what's called scratchboard art, and it's, in this case, a white clay board that's coated in a matte black paint. I use any tool I wish, usually a metal scratching tool, to scrape away the black to reveal the white clay underneath. I completed this giraffe as a personal project as I'm quite fond of giraffes, and this is atomically correct. I studied the biology of a giraffe to visually, at least, be able to understand and create this piece. Next, I will be showing you a set of saxophones that I did as a Christmas gift this last year. This is a set consisting of 3 saxophones, an alto, a soprano, and a tenor sax. They were drawn in graphite. It took quite a long time to finish these as it was a gift for someone who was able to play the sax, so I wanted to make sure that it was correct and that all the tone holes were in the right place and whatnot. Since I knew he'd be able to appreciate the gift, that's why I put in so much detail. Since I've already explained the science and the details of a creation, I'll touch on the science behind the music of a sax. Every part of the saxophone uses precise calculations to create the correct sound. We can see the player must provide precise air pressure through the mouthpiece and the reed so that it can create oscillating airflow. The pitch we hear is the result of the frequency of the air in the saxophone's body. The different notes are created by the openings and closings of different tone holes. This is when they're open, it essentially creates a shorter pipe affecting the wavelength and the sound we hear. This was a very condensed explanation of how the saxophone works, and so I encourage you to look into it after this video is finished. The physics behind it really are quite interesting.